Stop. If you leave this video halfway, you'll make the exact mistake 99% of people make and stay replaceable to powerful people for the rest of your life. Imagine a man, let's call him Karan. Karan worked at a company where there was a big boss, and every employee around him kept praising him, kept saying, "Sir, absolutely right," to every decision he made. Karan was different. He never praised without reason, never made his value cheap. At first, people thought he was arrogant, thought maybe the boss wouldn't like him. But whenever a big problem came up, whenever a tough decision had to be made, the boss went straight to Karan, not anyone else. Why? Because Karan had never made his approval, his respect, so cheap that it could just be demanded and handed over. One day, a massive crisis hit the company, and everyone panicked, rushing to prove their loyalty to the boss, giving long speeches of praise. Karan said nothing. He simply observed quietly, and when the right moment came, he gave one solid, calculated suggestion, completely different from everyone else's panic. That day, the boss realized Karan was the one he actually needed, not the people who were always hovering around him. Niccolò Machiavelli observed the exact same thing watching kings and their courtiers. The courtier who flattered the most was the first to be forgotten, and the courtier who understood his own value, who kept his work distinct, stayed closest to the king. This isn't a coincidence, it's a hidden rule powerful people notice without ever saying it out loud. Today, we'll talk about how you can make yourself so valuable to powerful people that they seek you out themselves, which mistake you're making every day that makes you replaceable, and the 6 secret rules from 48 laws of power that explain how influence is actually built without begging, without flattery. If you've been making your value cheap in front of your boss, senior, or any powerful person, don't stop this video, because the shift moment coming up will make sure you never repeat that old pattern again.
Get ready for a brutal truth, because this might be the exact mistake you're still making without realizing it. First mistake: you give your praise, your loyalty, your support so quickly and so often that it loses all value. When you say, "Sir, absolutely right," or "You're great," or "It's all because of you," at every single thing, you make your approval so cheap that anyone can start ignoring it. Second mistake: you think being more available, saying yes more often, will make you indispensable. The reality is the exact opposite. Anything that's available all the time loses its demand. Third mistake: you keep advertising your own skills, your own work, demanding attention for every small achievement. Instead of showing your value, this shows your insecurity. Machiavelli observed this exact thing in royal courts. The courtier who stayed closest to the king, who praised him the most, was the first to be forgotten or used because his loyalty was considered given. But the courtier who kept his distance, who gave his opinion only when it was necessary, had every word taken seriously. 48 Laws of Power has this exact concept at its core. Make your presence so scarce that when you speak, people pay attention, instead of your words becoming background noise. Look at real life. The employee who follows the boss around gets no respect at all. But the employee who quietly does high-quality work, who gets noticed naturally, is the one who gets promoted, who becomes the trusted advisor. This isn't luck. It's a hidden pattern every powerful person in history has noticed, whether a king, a business leader, or anyone who wants to earn respect. And if you're still trying to prove your value by talking more, being more available, praising more, you're making the exact mistake that keeps people like Karan held back until they learn to break it.
Now, stop and ask yourself, how many times have you made your value cheap in front of a powerful person just so they'd like you? How many times have you hidden your real opinion, just said yes simply because you thought disagreeing would be risky? This isn't just a habit, it's a slow poison that hollows out your value from the inside. The more you hover around someone, the more you say you're right to everything they say, the more that person starts treating you as default, something that will always be there, that will never leave, whose absence will never be felt. And this is exactly where most people get trapped. They think more loyalty, more availability will keep them safe, but reality works the exact opposite way. Machiavelli wrote clearly in his observations, a person values what they don't have or what could leave at any moment. What's guaranteed has no worth. Think about the people who were the most trusted advisors in history. Even in front of kings, they spoke their opinion without fear. They never flattered, and that was their greatest strength. The day a king felt someone was only there to praise him, that person's value was finished. The same pattern plays out in real life. The employee in the office who nods along to everything the boss says, who never gives their own opinion, is never truly needed because they're predictable, replaceable. But the person who holds a clear identity, who can disagree when necessary, whose approval isn't handed to everyone, every yes from them carries different weight. This sounds counterintuitive, but it's the brutal truth powerful people understand and average people ignore. As long as you keep making yourself this available, this agreeable, you'll never become must-have. You'll just stay in the background until one day you realize your biggest mistake was your overexposure.
Quran wasn't always like this either. In the early days, he too said "sir" absolutely right to every word his boss said in every meeting, demanded attention for every small achievement, stayed available all the time, whether it was needed or not, and he never got the respect he expected either. One day, after a meeting, Quran sat alone thinking about why, despite all his hard work, all his loyalty, people still didn't take him seriously. He asked himself a question he'd never asked before. If I stopped talking from tomorrow, would it matter to anyone? Or does everyone just expect me to be there? This was the question that switched something on inside him. He realized his problem wasn't his hard work. His problem was that his every word, every opinion was so easily available that it had no worth left. This was the moment Machiavelli's deepest observation made sense. Power and respect never come from constant presence. They come when people know your opinion isn't given to everyone, that your approval has to be earned. 48 Laws of Power has this exact concept at its core. Keep your value scarce. Don't make your presence so predictable that people start treating you as given. From the next day, Quran changed one small habit. He stopped speaking in every meeting. He only gave his opinion when it was genuinely necessary, and when the boss asked, he told the full truth, not what the boss wanted to hear. At first, it felt strange, like he was doing something wrong, but slowly he noticed people started waiting for his silence to end, and when he did speak, his words were listened to carefully. This is the shift everyone needs to make. Don't stay so exposed that anyone can take you for granted. Kindness, loyalty, or support don't need to be abandoned. They just need to become a choice you control, not something expected of you.